I was going over my Hormone Cycle 6-month journal with someone yesterday, and I was explaining how to chart. And you'll find that there are 6 entries for each day of the cycle. So on day 10, you're going to chart 10 times on the same page. So it's going to be 6 months worth, and it's 6-month journal. As I was charting in my book, this person was like, "Oh, like who has time for that?" And I wanted to simplify it for you guys and explain that for the fundamentals of health, which I included were sleep, hydration, nutrition, and exercise. And Dr. Huberman would also add sunlight, which I agree. All of these other ones, they actually require like energetic participation. You can add it in here if you want. But the fundamentals of health, all you need to do is literally just put a check if everything went along normally, like you were hydrated, you exercised, you were nourished. Like I'll literally just put hydrating, hydrated, nourished. Sometimes I'll write out what I had, but that's not the point. The point is so that when you look at your 6 days of tracking and you notice that there are some changes in your mood or in, how you were presented, your inclinations, you can look back here and check to see if there was anything that could have contributed to this other than your hormone cycle. Then again, your hormones can exacerbate certain states like mood wise, but at least you'll have some kind of reference point to say, oh, okay, that was the day I didn't sleep a lot. Or that was the day that I didn't realize I had hardly drank anything all day. Or, oh yeah, that was like the 3rd day I didn't work out. That's unusual for me. Or, that was the day I had a lot of sugar, or the day before, whatever. Simplify it for yourself. The point is really this page, this is just extra if you want to track other things. And then I've got extra journal entry space here where you can write in the date and then write out any additional notes. Like mine has started to like fill up quite a bit, but it's because I've done it enough times to experience the rewards of tracking and witnessing patterns. And as you do it and you just start seeing, what happens, the, different days. This is like I've tracked for 2 years, but then, this journal is newer. So I've only got like 3 months worth. But a big pattern that I noticed is I never realized how much hormonal transitions affect me. So there are 4 transitions from the menstrual to the follicular, from the follicular to the ovulation, from the ovulation to the luteal. And every time you track, it's almost like you can drop in a little bit more. And that's how our brain works. Like our brain will begin to allow us to experience the chemicals in our body more every time we attune to it. So in the beginning, we have a lot of like mental work around like, oh, what is this? What is it? And so could be like this sense of suspense almost. And then as you keep doing it and the brain and body become familiar with what's happening and, you're showing it the chart and you're writing things down, it allows you to drop in a little bit more. It's almost like, having a bank account that you didn't know you had that's full of chemicals. And it only allows you to feel it once you actually know that it's there and you actually apply it, right? So that's what happens with tracking. At first, you're like watching, and then your brain, when you start charting down how you're feeling, like, oh, I'm feeling a lot of space in my mind. Oh, I'm feeling like a lot of mental activity in my mind. Oh, I'm feeling really like blank today. When you start doing this in time, you're going to realize how much of yourself lives up here and trying to make sense of your experience and how much what's going on in here is attempted to be interpreted up here. And when you start to drop in more, you can actually be more present with your daily experience. And when that happens, guess what? You can actually begin to feel really good in the present moment. And guess what? That's where real joy is. That's where real love is. That's where real health is, right? Because when we are in the present moment, not like projecting things out here, and I'm not just talking about like psychologically, but like task wise, we're channeling energy. I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, right? But when we learn to be in here, it helps the body relax. And there's more and more research coming out showing that when we have resistance in our body, and it's like, resisting what we're experiencing and are just like our natural God-given phenomena, right? And experience, it causes stress in the body. And stress is the precursor to all ailments. And so charting not only will help you become more present, more mindful, more aware of your bodily experience, it's going to sharpen your intuition because now you're going to know what is what when it's like your body just being activated or where it's actually your mind's like, hey, we notice this. We notice this. Not like your mind trying to make sense of what's going on hormonally, chemically, and immediately attaching thoughts to it that kind of have been percolating in your mental sphere. Again, you don't have to make it complicated. Just put a check in there. Nothing abnormal or unusual. If you've just maintained your hydration levels, your exercise routine is the same. If your diet is consistent, nothing abnormal, like you didn't like skip all your protein, skip all your carbs, just keep that just simple. Just put a check in there. All's good. Exercise, still consistent, sleep, check. You don't have to like write things out. I would mostly focus on your internal experience. Like, I'm feeling very clear today. I'm feeling like pressure. I have lots of tension in my mind, lots of pressure. I'm really worried about these things. In time, it will make sense, but that is really the main part. And that's where you're going to notice some significant patterns. Happy tracking. If you haven't started your tracking journey, my Hormone Cycle 6-month journal is waiting for you. Come check it out.